It's a rainy, very wet, chilly 42 degrees. It's been raining here all morning. Just recently stopped within the last 30 minutes or so. It's probably going to rain before I finish this 2-mile loop. There's a lot of things to discuss. Louisville basketball, often 8-1 start, their only loss coming on the road down at Arkansas. Bounced back with a win over Indiana. They've got victories over Kentucky, Cincinnati, Indiana. That's impressive. You love taking out rivals. More rivals to come as well. But Pat Kelsey's Cardinals, certainly off to an exciting start for 2025 and 26. The ACC portion of the schedule is getting closer and closer. What do you say we hop on this rocky ridge and talk a little Louisville basketball? Let's go. There's plenty of exciting things through the first 9 games of year 2 of Pat Kelsey at the University of Louisville. A lot of things to discuss. What's jumping out at me? Well, there's a number of things, but one of the things that jumps out at me, while some other programs struggle to create the culture, the winning basketball culture, despite the level of talent that may exist in a locker room, that continues to be a defining factor of a Pat Kelsey-led team, that 25 strong, the power of the unit. And you're seeing that again in year 2. A team that is certainly looking to get others involved. One of the leading teams in the country in assist to turnover ratio. One of the top teams in the country and in the ACC in just total assists. This is a team that likes to get everybody involved. And when you're beating up on rivals, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Indiana, yeah, there's a lot of exciting things to talk about. So we are here. We started here. There's a split here. We're going to continue going that way on Rocky Ridge. And hazards may exist. Through these 9 games, we're seeing this Louisville team continue to improve, as evidenced following the loss to Arkansas in a very hostile environment. Fell down early, big, didn't quit, made a nice little run at it. But they made that an immediate learning moment, pointing to the defense. You could even point to the free throw shooting. Defense was certainly a reason that Louisville jumped out to a 16-0 lead against Indiana. And there was no struggling from the free throw line, having wasted opportunities like you saw some at Arkansas. Didn't see that against Indiana, as Louisville goes 17 of 17 in the second half. This is a team that is continuing to get stronger in the starting 5 and continuing to get stronger on the bench. This is a team that's continuing to understand the value and importance of playing on the defensive end, and how that can certainly lead to great things on the offensive end. The way this team continues to elevate its game individually, as a group, as a unit, is impressive. And a couple of guys that I really kind of want to single out, not that they all aren't worthy of it, is Sananda Frew just continues to elevate his game as he continues to get more accustomed to American basketball versus what he's used to in Europe, getting accustomed to the rules of the college game and his teammates and the flow of the game, and understanding what Pat Kelsey is demanding of him. He continues to elevate his game. Seems like he's starting to force his own will at times, becoming more accustomed to the physical play, becoming more accustomed to the strength that he needs to exude to fight through a foul. All of those things continue to elevate for Sananda Fruit. Another is coming off the bench. Kobe Rogers gave him a three-pointer following the game after the win against Indiana, and rightfully so. He came out and made an impact on the offensive end, made an impact on the defensive end, got a block shot, had a steal, and that's becoming a fantastic identity for Kobe Rogers, because that's becoming a consistent thing. Regardless of how many minutes he may get on the floor, it seems like whenever his number is called, he's going out to making an immediate impact from the moment he checks in, and continues to do so until he checks out. Really love his mental approach. So there's two guys amongst a team full of guys that are really doing a great job continuing to evolve and elevate their games. But really kind of wanted to mention the continued progression of Sananda Fruit and the really impressive role that Kobe Rogers seems to be settling into, and the commitment that he has to going out and impacting the game every moment that he's on the floor. So this team is playing well, but it's not perfect. It's certainly a process of development. I mean, sure, they could improve their field goal shooting. They're, what, 103rd or something like that in field goal percentage. Not much better in three-point field goal percentage. But you know what? They're number 3 nationally in three-pointers made per game. They're amongst the nation's best in assist-to-turnover ratio. They've dished out more assists than just about any team in the country. I'll take those numbers for a team that's playing well and certainly has areas where it can continue to evolve and develop. Yeah, I'll take that. You hear that? Rain. I want to say it's light, but it seems like it's steadily increasing from light. Got a little cover here, but it's already soaked. Got a rain jacket on. I'm good to go. So yes, big fan of picking up a trifecta already over rivals, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Indiana. I mean, that sounds like a schedule that you should almost hear on an annual basis, right? Throw Memphis in there. Some home and home, some neutral sites. Really liked the environments at the Louisville Cincinnati game up at the Queen City. And then the Louisville, Indiana sold out environment at the home of the Pacers up in Indianapolis. Those were both postseason type environments. A constant roar where the fans from both sides are doing their best to support their favorite team. Just a constant roar. It was kind of like a wave of cheer, just back and forth like a ping pong. How about that? Those are exciting and fun environments to be in, and each one of those is just going to continue to make this team better. But then having that schedule and getting those wins, these are big time rivalry games where the juices kind of get flowing a little bit more than if you're just playing Ohio, which, you know, chalk that on the list as well. But have been a really big fan of this schedule. And with these wins, it's been giving me flashbacks to years prior when Louisville was beating up on Cincinnati. Getting wins against Kentucky with a little bit more frequency. Really like 2 straight wins now over Indiana. I've got signs they would make during the 80s and I guess maybe into the 90s. Those signs, you know, you'd arrive at the game and they'd be sitting on your seat or whatever. I've got one, it's shaped like a stop sign. It says, "Stop IU." Louisville has stopped IU twice in a row in pretty convincing fashion. How the future schedules will unfold, how often will we see Cincinnati, Indiana, Memphis? I hope with some frequency, especially Cincinnati and Memphis. Those are longtime rivals, and it's pretty exciting to have them on the schedule again, especially for guys that are old, you know, like me, that remember the thrilling days of the Metro Conference and even into Conference USA. And while it was never really a football conference to speak of, it certainly had some thrilling basketball moments. Kind of fitting that hiking along the Ohio River, I mean, it serves as a border between Kentucky and Ohio, Kentucky and Indiana. Louisville Basketball has already been up the Ohio River to Cincinnati, took out the Bearcats. They crossed the Ohio River recently to go up to Indianapolis and beat the Indiana Hoosiers. Yeah, kind of fitting then that we're hiking along the Ohio River. So, expectation check after 9 games. Expectations for me, and I think for most, including the outside pundits, were pretty high and climbing for Louisville basketball as year 2 was beginning. The offseason roster moves were looked at pretty favorably, and as we're seeing, for good reason. So my expectation level certainly hasn't changed. If anything, it has strengthened a little bit about what I believe this team is capable of doing throughout the regular season and into March. I tell you what, with football wrapping up its season, all they have left is bowl season. Cardinals going to Boca Raton Bowl to face Toledo on December 23rd. There is plenty of exciting games upcoming for the Louisville men's basketball, and just like we did with football, we're going to do it for basketball as well. We're going to hike about it. Got some exciting games coming up. Memphis at the KFC Yum Center. Really looking forward to that renewed rivalry. Then down to Knoxville to play the Tennessee Volunteers. Looking forward to that environment as well. Where will the Cardinals be after these upcoming games? So make sure you don't miss any of the upcoming Louisville men's basketball hikes, the bowl finale hike, and whatever else might pop up on my mind. If you've already subscribed, feel free to share it along to your fellow Louisville fans. Maybe they'll get a kick out of me walking through the woods and talking Louisville Cardinal sports. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. feel free to give it a like. You see that hype thing? I'm still trying to figure that out. Go ahead and hit it. But for now, appreciate you going hiking with Michael McCammon.